Man, this is so exciting. The Fuller reunion here in Jekyll Island. This is my inaugural Caffeine and Octane at the beach that we did, obviously with a lot of help. Boom. Impaler. Yes. So ARP was nice enough to sponsor my reunion, and this gave me an excuse after 10 years roughly on my own in business to be able to get some of my babies together. So let's see, how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14. Couple inside. There's probably like 15 of my old creations running around, man. It's like a family reunion. It's just like, it's really like kind of emotional, feeling that I have seeing all the work. And, man, we've been putting ARP fasteners on there, I think, since the second vehicle that I ever built at Fuller Hot Rods, formerly Fuller Moto now. So let's take a look. Come on. All right. So the Righteous Fueler, one of my early Fueler creations. Man, the tank on this thing, the pipes have this really cool, you can't always see them, but the little flutes that we put inside, amazing, amazing stuff. And the ARP has been nice enough to do specials on almost all of these. Here's a funny one on this. Don't tell Pomona, but I was out at the Pomona Drags, and that was the gas cap from the urinal. There's like a cap on the side of urinals. I've cleaned it since, don't worry. And continuing that weird theme of gas caps, I don't know why on the Fuelers I have some strange affiliation with, the restroom and the gas cap. I don't really know what that means. But this is a stainless steel airplane pooper evacuator valve, formerly. Now it's a gas cap. Yes, this one is very clean too. It's been polished. It's awesome. Where's some of the ARP? Oh my God, look at that one. Look at that big daddy, right? Look at these specials. So we called this a Rodan. This was a bike we built on Cafe Racer TV back in the day. CB750. Again, big fat nasty ARPs on the top, and gotta take a look at the brakes. Amazing. So this is a new truck. It's actually an old truck, but it's a 1940 Ford. It's a Georgia barn find here in Georgia. So the exterior is all old, but then the inside is going to be all new. This one's just under construction, but we had the bags going, and obviously horse and frame sitting on the ground. It's pretty crazy. You can still steer it even when it's all the way down like this. It still rolls, and you can still steer it. It's pretty cool. Yeah. This is my old Indian bicycle I used to run around on the beach. I built this when I was at Foose Design back, oh man, it's probably 15 years ago, I think. Man, that thing is cool. This is a new project for us. This is the Millennium Chopper is what we called it. And weird twist of turns. It started as a kind of Millennium Falcon inspired bodywork, but eventually completely switched to leather-covered bodywork that was inspired by Kate Beckinsale in her, what is the name of that show? It's slipping me right now. It's been a crazy weekend. Anyway, it's Kate Beckinsale's Balm is what inspired this thing, believe it or not. Custom pipes, obviously, custom frames we did in-house, stainless steel, and started life as a Buell XB sport bike. And this thing, man, I love this bike. Oh, let's keep going, there's so many. How do you keep up? This is a round case Ducati that we built. We called it the Full Sport. The round case was 1970 to 74, and it was the first time that Ducati went into the twin market. So they were always a single company before that. And again, aluminum tail, we shortened it, and really like a pretty mild custom on the scale of a bike. Rich Lambretts did the motor on it, and if you look inside, it's probably one of the only round cases around. I don't know if you can see that little gear, but as you kick it over, can you see that? You see that gear is moving? So you can actually watch the gears work. It's got a bevel gear drive to the valves. There's so many! We call this Misty Green, and this bike was for Kyle in Texas. It was originally his uncle's 1968 Norton, and had a lot of sentimental value, so he decided, you know, even though he loved that there was his uncle's, he really wanted to kind of update it, make it into more of a cafe. And as you see, this is the first one I ever got to build a fairing for. Did all this out of custom aluminum. The pipes, you know, that's how ridiculous I am, that I actually made flanges and reworked the head in order to get flanges on the top. Instead of the big nut, these would have had a nut that went in, which is a crazy thing to do, but for some reason I decided to. And of course, we got the safety wired ARPs on the top to go with it. And the oil's in the frame. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of stuff. This is the new Ducati flat track race team, David Lloyd's Racing, Lloyd Brothers Racing. These guys go 130 miles an hour with 130 horsepower and a 315-pound motorcycle and haul butt around a flat track. These dudes are crazy. And we made the frame for these guys the last 2 seasons. And I want to turn you around and come, because we actually made a reproduction of this into a street model that just debuted right here. So Lloyd's Racing allowed us to make reproductions of their flat track motorcycle. So we're making a street copy. We're going to do a limited edition of 10 of these. This is the number 1, this is the first. So this one specifically, we have a brand new 803cc Ducati kind of monster engine, air cooled. The bike weighs about 315 pounds and is pretty much the race bike, literally just as you see it. It's got the same bodywork other than we trimmed it. It's got the same frame. It's right off of their jig. And I just rode it for the first time yesterday, and this thing, I mean, hauls butt. And it's so light. It's so fun to ride. It will get a seat. You can blame Cato. Call Cato and ask him why my seat isn't done. But it's got blinkers. It's got lights. Street legal. Dude, this thing is ridiculous. This lucky gentleman, Steve Shivington, owns the Impaler. Say hi.
Hi. Hi, fellas. How you doing?
And he was nice enough to bring it out for us to let everybody see. We did this car, man, when was that? 5 years ago?
It was in SEMA 2010.
2010.
So
Jeez,
you built
7
it
years ago.
Three and a half years before that.
Oh my gosh. Time's flying. So 572 cubes, big block Chevy under the hood, SEMA Design Award winner, boom, which we're really fired up about.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And it's got a roll cage, full Morrison chassis. Check out under the hood.
It's got a 4x4 mainframe.
Oh yeah. With the stacks, baby. Woo! And this car has literally ARPs everywhere. I mean, Chris, who is the marketing director over at ARP, was like searching all over. Okay, did you leave anywhere? Anywhere you didn't use an ARP? Anyway, all right, where are we going next? I think we got all those. Last couple. I built some bicycles. This is one of my production bikes that I built. I did this frame. It's funny. I did these manually in a garage, nights and weekends, and a friend who was running around here earlier in his garage. And we did about 20 of these for fat cycles and felt cycles. It was kind of like back and forth. But anyway, really fun. And a local gentleman brought it out for us from Atlanta. This is the Dirty Duck bevel single Ducati, 250cc, hopped up piston, racing clutch, super fun. Fox shocks, man. I mean, this thing just gets around. Magnesium forks, and this is my little city beater around downtown Atlanta. I get a lot of funny looks. rolling this thing around. And last but not least, the ye old Moto Guzzi, the Chief Ambassador. And I haven't fired this thing up all weekend because just before we came, I snapped the drive shaft. But it's a great story because I snapped the drive shaft racing a Vincent. And anybody that knows motorcycles, knowing any story that involves you racing a 1950 Vincent is a pretty good story. Hit second gear, woo! Snap the drive shaft. It happens. But anyway, again, killer ARPs all over. And again, big thanks to ARP for, you know, popping in, always giving us over the last 10 years great fasteners that never fail. We've never had any issue. And it's been a real pleasure and an honor to be able to work with them over the years. And anyway, thanks for watching. See you next reunion in 10 years.